Well, good morning to you today, and welcome to our daily Devo for Thursday, June the 25th. We're going into another section. We kind of jump from section to section here. These ones are again listed as every good endeavor. We've gone through ones like that already. Today's devotion is entitled The Ministry of Competence. 1 Corinthians 7:17. Nevertheless, each person should live as a believer in whatever situation the Lord has assigned to them, just as God has called them. This is the rule. This is Paul writing this, 1 Corinthians. This is the rule I lay down in all the churches. One of the main ways that you love others in your work is through the ministry of competence. If God's purpose for your job is that you serve the human community, then the way to serve God best is to do the job as well as it can be done. So, how do we connect what we do on Sunday morning with what we do the rest of the week? How can we touch God in the world through our work? The very first way to be sure you are serving God in your work is to be competent, to be good at it. When United Airlines Flight 811 got into trouble, the greatest gift Captain Cronin had for his passengers was his experience and good judgment. In those moments of peril, it mattered not to the passengers how Captain Cronin related to his co-workers or how he communicated his faith to others. The critical issue was this: was he competent enough as a pilot to bring that badly damaged plane in safely? Through our work, we can touch God in a variety of ways. But if the call of the Christian is to participate in God's ongoing creative process, the bedrock of our ministry has to be competency. We must use our talents in as competent a manner as possible. It means that all jobs, not merely so called helping professions, are fundamentally ways of loving your neighbor. Christians do not have to do direct ministry or nonprofit charitable work in order to love others through their jobs. The ministry of competence. There's all kinds of different ministries. We could probably make a lengthy list of that. But the key, according to Tim Keller here, is it's not that we just do it, it's that we do it well. And we ought to be doing it as unto God. Yes, we're serving people, but they're created in His image, which means in serving them, we're serving Him. And it blesses people. And that's the key in competency. People come looking for help, and all you can say, I don't really know how to do that. I don't know the answer to that. You haven't been a blessing. In other words, you don't know the answers. You don't know the how tos and all of those kinds of things, and that discourages people. I would assume discourages us as well when we know somebody needs help, but we don't know how to do it for them. And that's the picture that's painted for us here that Paul writes to the church in Corinth. Nevertheless, each person should live as a believer in whatever situation the Lord has assigned to them, just as God has called them. In other words, our God can see into us, and they know what we're gifted at because more than likely He's the one that gave us the gifting, the knowledge, the skill, the ability, and we can use that then. If we do it enough times, practice makes perfect, as the old saying says, we can be a blessing be God's ambassador in it and be a blessing to those that we're seeking to help, that those that we want to help get past the issues they're having, the problems they're having, the needs that they have. And so practice does make perfect indeed. And I don't, there's probably 100 different things that we can do, that we know about. Not everybody knows the same things. Work together as a team is always a good idea in trying to help others solve problems, solve issues, correct things that have gone wrong. All there's just a whole field of options that are available to us when people are in need. And maybe I don't know how to, but maybe I know somebody who knows the how to that I know has the skills, has the competence, knows how to take care of that issue. And though I can't do it, I can recommend them to another person, which is something that we do all the time. No, I don't really know how to do that, but I do know somebody who does. And we pass them on to that person or persons as the case may be, and we help them get answers. We help them to be able to do what they feel they need to do and to do it well and not be left hanging at the end of it. Not not thinking to themselves, well, they gave me these instructions, but wow, I don't really understand them, and they end up not wanting to nag us back, although we do that to each other sometimes. Um, but we just will feel defeated if we could not follow those tips that were given to us on how to do what we've asked about. And that's discouraging for those who don't have those skills. But it's encouraging for those who do. So when they're done giving the advice, maybe doing more than just giving the advice, actually doing the thing for them to help them out, knowing that they don't really know the skill that's needed, the approach that's needed. And that becomes a ministry. I don't know if you've ever thought about that before, but the fact that you're able to, I don't know, there's just a whole list of things that people can do that some people can do that other people can't. And when we can help them, get them through it, it's a ministry. It brings a sense of satisfaction to the people we've helped, a sense of completeness to the people we've helped. And now they've had the opportunity to have that experience hands on, explained to them by somebody who understands how it's done. And we've learned. And in learning, we grow. And I like that he uses the word ministry. More than just ability, it's ministry to blessing others, to helping others, to give them a peace about the situation they're in that you helped to settle, that you helped them to get through it. And they will thank you for it. Genuinely thank you for it. So blessings to you today on this Thursday. And should you happen to run into somebody who needs some help, but they don't know how to do it, take advantage of your ministry of competence to these people and bring them joy and be willing to help them out to get their needs taken care of. Again, blessings to you today on this Thursday.